Do you want to escape Metro Sydney? Are you sick of Acuna Bay, West Head, Palm Beach and Three Gorges? Well, maybe this route is the one for you. I call this ride the Glenorie Loop, and today I'm doing it with my club, Pastries.CC. In total, this ride is about 110 kilometers long if you leave from Crow's Nest, has about 1600 meters of climbing, and is characterized by 3 climbs: Galston Gorge in both directions, and also one to the north called Cat Eye Ridge Nasty. In this guide, I'm going to tell you a bit about the route, what you can expect, where you can fill up your water bottles and also get fuel, and finally, where my favourite park up is along this route. As with most of my rides, today we'll be heading north to Hornsby via Pacific Highway. To all my Sydney subscribers, you will no doubt recognise this part of the route because it is staple to all the rides in the north. But, in case you don't know, this section is about 23.5 kilometres long and a very gradual gradient all the way to Hornsby. Soon enough, you'll reach the first ascent of the ride, which is Galston Gorge West. On the day that we did this ride, we had this spectacular foggy weather and it was misty all the way into the valley. This is probably one of the most technical descents in Sydney, with 6 180-degree switchbacks. The descent is about 2.5 kilometers long at negative 5.2% gradient. Now for the first climb of the day, which is Galston Gorge West. It's about 3 kilometers long at 6%. The gradient is relatively steady, with some flat sections in the middle, so if you're trying to get a PR, it's important to get on someone's wheel and just sit in the draft. About 2/3 of the way through, there's a roundabout. Make sure you take the second exit and go straight, all the way to the T intersection, where you'll turn left to stay on Galston Road. Just passing through Galston Village now. There's an Audi on the side, there's a few other little shops, and you can get water, some sweets, maybe some food if you really need it at this point of the ride. This section here is probably my favourite part of the ride. After Galston, you've got about 30 kilometres of false flat downhill, which is maybe one of the best feelings in cycling, where you're just sitting in a group that's rolling fast, you can just chat with your friends and you're all motoring along. It's a bit remote out here, so probably one of the only places to stop and get water is the Moralia BP petrol station. second climb of the day is Cat Eye Ridge Nasty with an average gradient of 5.5% and a length of 1.8 kilometers. Now that average gradient is a little bit deceptive because the first half is really steep with the sharpest pinch just under 20%. The second 2/3 is a lot more steady and flat though. Remember that 30 kilometers of false flat downhill I was talking about before? Well, now we need to make up that gradient. So the next 15 k's is false flat uphill all the way to Glenorie. Now this wouldn't be a Pastries.CC ride without some pastries. So we're going to have a rest stop at Glenorie Bakery, which I reckon has the best food and pastries out in this area. They've got a good assortment of sweet and savoury stuff, but I usually always go for a meat pie. There's plenty of area outside to park your bikes, sit down with a big group, and also go to the toilet and fill up your water bottles. Hopefully you didn't stuff yourself too full at Glenorie Bakery because there's still 40 kilometers to get home and one big climb. The way back is just the way we came, so you just need to go back up Golston Gorge East, which means you need to go back up all the switchbacks, and thankfully for us, there's a false flat downhill all the way home from Hornsby. I hope you enjoyed this guide and you found it useful. As always, in the description I'm going to put the Strava link to this ride and you can copy the GPX. And if you want to join me on some rides in the future, click on the Pastries.CC link and join our Strava group. Alright, see you in the next video. Bye.